Sylvia Brodersen is hurrying to meet her sister Kirsten. They live in the same village, but Sylvia lives in Germany and her sister in Denmark.
Hallo. Na?
2 months ago, the German-Danish border crossing here was closed, dividing the village in two.
Heute mit Zucker.
Now all the two sisters can do is meet at this barrier.
Ja, und?
Kirsten Bossen and her Danish husband live on the Danish side of the village. Sylvia runs a restaurant on the German side. They often meet at the border to exchange greetings and chat about what's happening in the village. It is important to them.
Many of my friends live on the other side. I don't know how they're doing. I can't see them, drive over there and visit them. That hurts. My sister has 2 grandchildren. They're like my own grandchildren. I'm like a grandma to them, and of course they want to see me. Sometimes my niece meets me at the border as well, and then they stand on the other side, asking why I'm not able to hug them. So we have to explain to them that the border is shut, and that they're not allowed to visit my home, because they're in Denmark.
The German and Danish coronavirus lockdown means many friends and families in the border region can no longer meet. Even though over 20 years ago, the local border post here was dismantled and border checks scrapped. The barrier is all that's left, a reminder of long bygone days. Usually, Sylvia's terrace is frequented by mostly Danish guests. The restaurant serves hearty German fare and has a menu in both languages. But with the lockdown, Sylvia was forced to close down. Selling takeaway meals alone simply won't cover her costs. She is facing financial ruin.
We normally have space to accommodate 120 guests. But with the social distancing, we will only be allowed 40 or 44 people.
44 Leute sein.
We'll try to get back to normal when we're allowed to reopen and the border is opened again. If that doesn't work out, we'll have to close for good.
After how many years?
We've been a family business for 95 years. We've run it for 29.
Local farmers, like Jens Hansen, are concerned about the situation too. He grows crops on both sides of the border. He can no longer take the direct route to his 200 hectares of land on the Danish side. He's got a special permit for designated border crossings, but that means he has to take major detours.
We're very worried these measures will stay in place until harvest season. That would mean transporting large farming equipment and machines, like combine harvesters, back and forth, along with the harvest. What a nightmare. Nobody knows when the border will be reopened.
At least the members of this German-Danish band are keeping their spirits up. Every Saturday, they meet at the border to play. To rehearse, as they say, and to send a message that Europe needs open borders, and to highlight the importance of good relations between Germany and Denmark, in spite of the border closure. Sylvia Brodersen shares this sentiment. She says, even though the coronavirus lockdown is making life in the border region difficult for Germans and Danes, villagers now feel more connected than ever, and Corona cannot prevent that.